Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome aboard, and if you're not new here, then it's marvellous to see you again. Thank you very much for tuning in, and if I could just prevail upon you to click the like button now, save time at the end, and if you haven't subscribed, what have you been doing? Please do so, because it really does help. I think I may have to be monetising after all, because YouTube are just playing adverts anyway, so I hope you don't mind that. If you still want to keep buying me Ko-fis though, that would be lovely, but obviously now I'm having to monetise. It's just a joy if you do, and if you don't, it's lovely just that you watch, so thanks. This week I'm going to be doing a little bit of jewellery DIY. A few people have asked to see a bit more, so I've got a lovely friend called Nikki, who takes me out running on a Sunday. It's her way of helping the elderly, I think. Anyway, she takes me out running every Sunday, and we just have a fun time, and she waits for me, and we see, well, what don't we see? Buzzards and lambs and wildflowers and ponies and everything. So it's her birthday coming up, and I thought I'd make her some earrings. So if you'd like to stay tuned, you can see exactly how easy it is to make a beautiful pair of earrings, and I hope that you'll be inspired to make some for somebody you know, or even some for yourself. Right, here's the first earring that I prepared earlier. And as you can see, there's 3 strands, and one's got a little spiral on the end. And I'm going to show you how to make the spiral first. I've got 3 pieces of wire that are called head pins. You don't need to have head pins. You can just use ordinary wire, put a loop on the end, or hammer out the end so it's nice and flat and the beads won't fall off. I just happen to have these. So here's an ordinary piece of wire. It's very thin. I think it's about 20 gauge, 22 gauge, something like that. Anyway, it's very thin. And what we do first of all is take some needle nose pliers, and let me just put my glasses on. There we go. I do have artificial lenses in my eyes, as you know, but they are fixed length, and for small things like this I tend to need a little bit of help, so I bought some magnifying glasses in the pound shop, and they work very well for this sort of thing. So we start making a loop, as you see, there we are, with these. But it won't make a perfect circle. It will go a little elongated. So you take some cutters, and with the flat side pointing inwards, you just cut off the very tip of the loop you've just made. There we go. And then you can carry on curling it a bit more, like that. And it will go in a little bit further and go round a little bit further, as you see here. Makes a little bit more of a circle. Then you take some flat pliers, and holding fairly further down rather than at the tip, you start curling. And as long as you have fairly soft wire, this is not difficult at all, not difficult in the least. And we keep going. I'll probably speed this bit up, stand by. And then I've got one of these looping mechanisms, but you don't have to have one. You can just use your needle nose pliers for this. But you put the wire in, there we go, you put the wire in, close it together, and it makes a loop for you. Except I've done it the wrong way round. Oh well, never mind. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Never mind. And then you can close up the loop. And there it is. Done. And ready to go. Right, the next thing to do, oh, you can see here I made the ear wires, but obviously you can use an old pair of earrings if you've got some, or buy some ear wires. I just got a bit of wire, the same sort of wire, and bent it round into an ear wire. So there's that. Right, so this will go on here. So what we do is we take some pliers, we open it out, we hook the spiral on, and we close it back up again. And there we are. And then obviously, I mean, if you don't want to make a spiral, you could put like a little charm or another set of beads or anything really. Is that going to annoy me being the wrong way round? It might. I might just turn it round the other way. Stand by. There we go. I turned it round so it's the same way round as that, because it was annoying me. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got the beads, and I've got some beads over here. And I'm just going to match them up. I've got some big faceted ones, and the thing with these earrings is they're really to catch the light as you move. They're all about movement. So I've got some black faceted ones. I've got some little tiny, whoops, things I can't see the holes in. I've got some little tiny faux pearls. A much smaller faceted grey mauve one. We have another pearl and another black one. And obviously with things like this, it's completely up to you what beads you use. You might not have a lot of the same beads. You might want to do all different colours. You might want to make these for a friend who's got a particular favourite colour. You might want to go to a thrift shop or a charity shop and buy an old necklace and break it up for beads. I mean, there's a million things you can do to get beads. So I'm using my looping tool again, and I'm just gonna loop. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? Stand by. There we go. Fixed it. As my husband would say, fixed it. He always does that for me. And the next thing to do is to do the second row. And I've got these two head pins here, which are a bit like ordinary sewing pins, but they just don't have points on them. And I've cut a little bit off this one, so it's a bit shorter than this one. But here's this one, and we're going with large faceted bead, black bead. Oh, honestly, you have to get these magnifying glasses at exactly the right point to be able to see what you're doing, obviously. One of them, one of these, and come back. Gordon Bennett, there we go, and another one of these. And I'll try the old looping tool again, try and see where I bollocksed it up the last time. There we go. Yeah, there we are, you see, and then you just curl it round by hand just to make sure it's tight. I mean, it leaves it open for you in case you need to attach it to something that you're working on, which is actually quite useful in some circumstances. Okay, so there's that. And then the last one is this little small one. And we're going to go small crystal. Oh, broken my nail off. No, it's a bit of paper. Oh, small crystal bead, faux pearl, and obviously faux pearls because being vegan we don't have any animal products at all. So if you see like shampoo with pearl extract, we don't have that, or things with mother of pearl shells, we don't have those either, because of course all these things are animal products and we try as much as possible not to use them. There we are then. So that's the same as that. We try the looping tool again. I mean, this is terrific. It just makes sure that you get a loop the same size every time. You can get exactly the same result by putting a little Sharpie mark on your pliers. So you don't have to have one of these at all. I just like it. I just like the way it does it. Amuses me. There we are. So there's that one. And then we've got some jump rings here. So the first thing we do is we open up a jump ring, and again you can either buy these or you can cannibalize existing jewelry, either your own or from a shop, op shop, thrift store. Put it on the ear wire. Now how did I do this? And then that one, and then a ring. Okay, so then we put the long one with the, whoops, God dear, I'm all over the shop, aren't I? Put that one. Then we put this one with the spiral on it, and we close it up. Very important to twist when you're using jump rings and not pull them apart, because they will lose their shape completely. So the next thing we do is, which one is next? The next one is the big one, the one with the big beads. So we open it, put this one on, and this time we attach it to the previous jump ring. There we go. And then last of all, we get the final jump ring, find the opening, twist it open, put the little one on, and hook it onto the last jump ring. And close it up. There we go. And there we have our pair of earrings. I really like them. I hope my friend likes them. I'm giving them to her for her birthday, and that will have happened by the time you see this, obviously, because I don't want to put it out before her birthday. And I think they're rather lovely. They do catch the light very well, I think. And as I say, I've put a spiral on there for her, but you can put any number of things. You can make these longer, you can make them shorter, you can do more, you can do just one, because one would look quite nice as well, I think. But there we are, how to make some earrings with just a few beads and a few bits of wire. So let me know if you enjoyed seeing this DIY, because I really like doing them. and a few people have asked for them, so if you're keen to see more, I can do more. I did actually make this bracelet that I'm wearing, which is called a ladder bracelet, and that's made out of just some of these beads and some string, and a button. And you can make them out of string, you can make them out of wire. I made one for my friend last year out of wire and different coloured beads. So there's all sorts of things you can do. And the other thing I've been doing recently is quite a lot of paper craft. So here's an example of a bookmark that I've made just out of a piece of cardboard packaging, some stickers, some book pages, some paper napkins, a little wooden key, some faux suede at the top. So if you'd like to see some paper crafts, just, give us a shout. Or if you rather enjoy the makeup and you want me to stick with that, let me know. Okay, handing back to me in the studio. Well, that was fairly straightforward, I thought, and I really hope it's inspired you to have a go. As you can tell, you don't need all the tools and what have yous, just a bit of wire, a few beads, a couple of pairs of pliers, and Bob's your uncle, really. Jewellery can be so much fun to make, and I love doing it, as you know, and I've got a bunch of jewellery making videos on my channel here, so if it's something you're interested in, do have a look back through and see if you can get some ideas. Right, well, it just remains for me to say thank you very much indeed for watching. I have got some exciting videos coming up, I promise, and I just wish you all a safe, healthy and fun-filled rest of the week until I see you next time. But let's not forget, everybody, we've got to stay strange. Hello to all the cats and dogs watching.